Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Craig Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. So New York wins the tip. Tatum looking around. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. The people in the know how good of a defender he is. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He could roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Tatum, and it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
And Brandon Pajemski gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And here is Tatum. Tipped away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Thompson. Looking for an opening. He can't get that one to fall. Holiday with the defensive effort. Here's Green. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Assisted. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end.
Pajemski's shot is good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. Here's Burke. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Pass to Pajemski. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Puts one up from 19. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Pajemski's got 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
Now here's Tatum. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you really have to appreciate the steady effort of Gilgeous-Alexander. The game looks like it comes easy to him, but he is one of the hardest workers on the floor.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Diaw, the screen. To the inside. It's rebounded by New York. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holiday. From deep. Drills it from outside.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
Thompson, left side. Yep, it counts.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And that's a foul called on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Wedman. Here's on to Tacumbo. Oh, and on to Tacumbo. Hammers it in.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New York.
The story so far has been their mid-range shooting. The analytics might not like it, but elite offenses still knock it down from that area.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
Here's Wembanyama. And the layup's good off the glass.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 10 points for him. Strickland grabs the board.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And it's off from three-point range. New York leading by 4. Here's Tatum. Here's Burke. The wide open look here for Holiday. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Holiday's got 6.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
And the 3 ball is good. Strickland got his first 3 points of the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Love to see Giannis get aggressive on defense, using that reach to track down the block.
Pass to Strickland. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for New York. 4-point game. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Here's Wembanyama to the paint and to Tacumbo. Oh, and Giannis puts it right back in.
You love to see Giannis get aggressive like that, ensuring they convert there with a putback jam.
New York moving it around. Right side Smart. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Rejection.
Substitution for the away team. Number 76, Sean Bradley.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Strickland. Here's Giannis. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
At the line for 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Now here's Smart. Hasn't made one yet. And the rejection by Giannis. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. There's the pick. Clock is at 3.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Detroit, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Thompson.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
Normally he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
It's Sullivan to Kumbo. Here's Thompson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
Thompson. At the line for...
And so Thompson nails both of them. We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second. Wade on the wing. With 4 seconds on the clock. And he lays it up and in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Thompson. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New York leads by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And now an update on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for New York gave us some information, and unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
So he gets them both.
It's such a unique big man. What's most impressive about Diaw is how incredible some of his passes can be.
3 points.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. And it's Smart with the ball for New York. The lead is 2. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Thompson.
Look, that's going to happen when Smart gets in there with those trees. If you're a little too aggressive, things can happen.
Smart. 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. And it's Detroit's ball. Bajemski with it. He has 5. To the left wing. Now Pokusevski. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
I tell you what, he looks fresh coming out of halftime if that possession's any indication.
Outside Holiday. Back to Smart. To the middle. And Bradley gets it to go. And New York leads by 3.
Just a typical selfless play from Smart. He's all about team success.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Misses the 3. Now here's Smart. Stolen by Thompson. Okashevsky with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. That bucket in no time at all. Thompson's got the game tied up here for Detroit.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close, as they are, Common will blow right by you.
Pass to Podziemski. On the wing, Granger. Another 3 for Detroit.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to speed it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Down low. Got a piece of it. And he's able to get it back. Here's Bradley. Kuszewski grabs the miss. Detroit leading by 3. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Looking to end the run. And the jam by Smart.
Yeah, that just energizes your entire team. Smart is one of those players that just gives you a jolt with his energy.
Here's Pokusevski. Banked in off the glass. Pokusevski's got the lead up to 5 now for Detroit.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind it out game.
Outside Holiday. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Holiday's got 9 points.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
There's 38 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Miles. Pass to Pokusevski. And the rejection by Bradley. And the wide open shot from Green. And the 3 off target. Detroit with the ball. A 2-point game. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Here's Pokusevski. And he banks in the layup. 8 points for him.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
4 seconds left. And slam dunk by Smart.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
It could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. It's Detroit up 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so here is New York. And here's Smart. Pass to Bradley. And he jams it with authority.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Inside. And to the Kumbo. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. Seeing some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
You can't leave someone open when Smart is running his team because he will find that mistake.
And the dunk by Winslow.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Kicks it out to Giannis. Cranes the three-pointer. And Detroit leads by 3.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
There's the screen. Green drives in. And it's Green with the jam.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
It's stolen by Green. Wade outside. Pass to Green. Back to Wade. And here's Smart. Shot clock at 5. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bradley's got 4 this quarter. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Back to Dion. Here's Giannis. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
And he's got it all working for him tonight. Holiday's effort level and energy are off the chart. And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Got a hand on it. They get it back. Back to Green. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Off target from outside. Detroit with the ball. They trail by 1. And the basket by Dion. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats to Detroit.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And another difference maker for them has been their opportunistic defense. They are really piling up the steals in this one.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Here's Tatum. Pass to Burke. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Burke. That one misses. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. There it goes. Oh, what a move. Giannis!
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Holiday. Driving the lane. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Christie. And no good. But close in that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
2 shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Here's Antetokounmpo, and that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Pass to Christie. On the wing, Giannis. Using his size, Giannis!
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive enforcement.
Here's Tatum. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Giannis outside. Pass to Pokusevski. Here's Antetokounmpo. Burke grabs the miss. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for New York. Six to shoot. Here's Burke. Rebound, Detroit. And they go to the intentional foul. And New York making a change here. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pokusevski in the corner. Detroit, no good that time either. And so here is New York, a 2-point game. Pass to Bradley. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Oh, come on. Just add vision to a perfect skill set. But when he's dropping dimes like that, like Jason Tatum is a problem.
Inside Smart, and the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Winslow, and it's Bradley with the rebound. To the inside. Yes!
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot and tie it, and take my chances in overtime.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it!
There is no chance that this game is tied up without his offensive firepower.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Substitution for your home team.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. Don't go anywhere. Can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. looking around. Tough two from Durant.
Showing the grit. KD is no stranger to physical defense.
A moment for an injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer from New York gave us some information. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for him.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Pass to Pakusevsky. Offensive rebound. Thompson for the triple. Connects from three-point range.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Green, the screen. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Yeah, this is a testament to how competitive Durant is. Able to score against physical defenders.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his fourth foul of the contest. Detroit making a switch here. Here's Thompson. Shot from the inbound. It drops.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Outside, KD. Pass to Bradley. Now here's Smart. To the middle. Here's KD. No good with the layup. Here's Christie. Thompson outside. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point. So I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
Right side, Kevin Durant. Misses the tray.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players. And after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned. And I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. See you next time.